So would you like your salon to generate more profit so that you have more cash at the end of the month? Of course you do. And that's probably why you're following this channel and listening to what I have to say. But in this video, I'm going to break down 7 different salon business tips to drastically help you increase your salon's profitability. And I'm not talking about the regular type of increase your prices or sell more product. These are things that you probably haven't tried before. So this is going to be an exciting one. So if this is the first time we meet, my name is John Hallberg and I run the salonbusiness.com and this YouTube channel. And this is where I share the best ideas and strategies for how you can attract more clients and ultimately grow your salon business. I release a video just like this one today every week. So if you're serious about growing your salon business, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell. This way you will be notified every time there's new content out on this channel. So how do you increase profitability of your salon? Well, there's really 2 things, right, that contribute to profit. On the one side, it's sales, how much you sell for, and on the other side is your expenses. Whatever is left in between the cost and how much you sell for, that's typically the profit that you have as a salon. And that's what we want to drive up. So typically the way many businesses go about this when they want to increase profitability is to cut down on expenses. Sometimes that's certainly needed, and we always need to, look carefully at our expenses. Are we really paying what we should, or can we get something for a lower price, or can we optimize the costs? That's important. But what I want to focus on here is really how you can take the costs that you have, what you're already paying for, and to utilize that so that you can grow your sales and so that you can grow your salon business. Because typically this is a more healthy way of growing your salon business. So the way we're going to do that is really look at the income streams you have on your salon, and if we can add more income streams. So typically the majority of income a salon makes, obviously depends on the type of salon, but that's typically always service. So it's the service cost, and then it's a little bit of retail, and that's typically what it looks like. But if you can add more streams of income to your business, not only does that mean that you're making more money, it also makes your business more stable and less risky. Because if you're only relying on one source of income and something happens, if it's only service income and then you get not as many clients as you would like, or not as many services booked, then you're immediately at risk with your business. Whereas if you have different ways of making money, then even if some goes down, then the other can compensate. And it's a less risky way of running your business, I would say. But let's make this a little bit more concrete and walk through the 7 salon business tips that I have to share with you today. So tip number 1, become a brand ambassador. So what this means is really that you partner up with a brand. It could be, a supplier of your salon already. It could be just any type of brand really, who are looking for an expert in your area to represent their brand. If you can take that spot, that's a great way of adding additional revenue coming in without you really doing much more than what you're already doing today. So you're already running your salon operations. What you might do differently is that you attend some events and you talk on behalf of the brand. Maybe you take part in some production where you share your opinion about the brand. And you basically do a partnership that adds an income stream and a sponsorship income stream to your salon without really adding much more work. And obviously I'm coming from the brand world. I worked for one of the biggest professional hair companies in the world actually. And this is a very common approach, that we look for different type of partnerships to represent the different brands when it's a good fit. And I have a client today who is actually partnering with a shaving brand. He runs a barbershop and is then taking part of different type of events and communications where they want him to talk on the brand. So if you're able to find a partnership like this, that can be a great source of income without adding much extra work to you. So salon tip number 2, offer service subscriptions. So if you speak to anyone who has any experience of working in finance, they will all tell you that the best way of running your business is to make sure that you have an income stream of recurring income, meaning that every month what someone is going to pay you. As a salon, this is something that you can establish by offering a subscription model. So rather than just selling your specific services and you pay for the service you deliver, you establish like a membership or a subscription where your clients will pay you on a monthly basis or on a yearly basis, or however you set it up, in order for them to get different services in return. There's obviously hundreds of ways that you could set up your membership, and there are many salons that are doing this successfully. I can leave a link in the description to some that I know are running their business with a subscription model. And in fact, a client that I'm working with right now have a membership and a subscription model, which kind of comes on top of their services. So they do their services where they pay for the service, but then you can also become a member, which gives you access to things that you don't have access to if you're not a member. Things like different events, the space of the salon that they can use for different purposes. So they get more value than just a service by being part of a membership. So salon business idea number 3, start selling online. So if you're not doing this already, this is another way that you can add yet another income stream to your business by selling online. So e-commerce is obviously one of the fastest growing markets. People are shopping increasingly online. So you should really try to see if you can tap into that with your salon. And this may sound complex, and it can be really complex, but you could start in a simple way. So for example, by just offering your gift cards, and you sell your gift cards on the website, that doesn't really require anything new from you. You still do the same service. All you're doing is just offering them to buy them on the website. That's one way that you could go, just to kind of start and to see if that gets some traction, if that is working. But to further extend that, you can start selling retail products on your website. And there's many different ways you can do that. Either you take the order, you get it into the salon, you pack the boxes and you ship it up to the customer. Or there's a model called drop shipping, which means that you accept the order, but you send the order over to a wholesaler who then ships the products directly to the customer, so you don't need to deal with warehousing and so on. Now that gets a little bit more complex and too much to cover in this video. But what I want to encourage is just that e-commerce is growing. E-commerce is a great source of additional income and something that you can move into quite easily to get started and starting to build a second income stream to your business. So salon business tip number 4, produce content. That's what I'm doing right now, and that's something that you could do as well, which basically means creating how-to guides or creating valuable pieces of information that you can share with the world. If you run a salon, most likely your biggest expense that you have today is staff and salary. Salons are very resource intensive, and it's people doing services, so that's a big cost bucket. And sometimes we're not using that full capacity. Maybe not everyone is booked and busy at the moment. So if you can use that extra time that sometimes comes up to actually produce helpful content that you can publish on YouTube, you can do on a blog, or whatever you're most comfortable with in terms of medium, could be social media as well, that can help you in many ways. First and foremost, it will help build your brand, it will get your name out there, you will build a following, and when you do, you will have a much easier way to attract partnerships with other brands, like an ambassadorship that we talked about earlier, because now you have an audience and now you're becoming valuable. But it also could bring direct income from start as soon as you start building up a bit of reach. So for example, on YouTube, you can show ads that will give you a little bit of extra income. So salon business tip number 6, repurpose your salon space. After salaries, probably the biggest expense that you have is rent and cost for your facilities. That can create yet another stream of income for you. So that could be things like, renting it out for someone, or using it to host events, or as a teaching facility if someone is interested in that. If you can, I'm sure you can come up with more ideas of how you potentially could use this asset that you're already paying for, which is your biggest expense, to actually generate more income as well when that space is not being needed. Salon business tip number 7, that is to automate everything you can automate. So not only does this save you a lot of cost, because doing things manually takes time, either from you or from someone in your staff that you need to pay for. So that adds a lot of cost that if you can automate, you'll reduce that. But probably the most important thing of automation and having things happening for you is that you can focus on what's most important, and you don't need to occupy your mind with all these different administrative smaller tasks that needs to happen. And the great thing with new technology today is that there's many solutions that can help you with this. Probably the most obvious way is your appointment scheduler, that you're probably using some type of software for to make sure that your appointments are scheduled in an efficient way. But there's many other ways that you can use technology today, in particular when it comes to your marketing. Meaning you don't need to be there to post every day on social media or to do different activities every day in order to be top of mind with your clients and potential new clients, but really how you can build a presence online so that clients are coming to you without you really worrying too much about it. It's something that you set up once, and then you have that running for you in the background, bringing you in new clients. Of course, there's some attention you need to pay once in a while to make sure everything is running as it should. But it's pretty much running for you to support your business and to grow your business. So that was the 7 different salon business tips to help you grow the profitability of your salon. I hope you found something in there that you haven't really explored before and that you want to give a try. And I'll see you in that next video.